it was really a blast, and everyone involved was so fantastic. And just seeing everyone's careers take off has been so cool. It was like such a, the show when it first started was one of the Netflix's first shows ever. So it was like, there was no idea like if people were going to watch it or what that would be like. And people just loved it and watched all of it, binged it all weekend, every time it would come out. So I would love to reconnect with everyone and do that again. It was so fun.
What's going on, guys? This is Brian Jones from PopCulture.com. And joining me today is an actress who has appeared in the films Jurassic World, Unicorn, and The Wrong Missy, as well as the TV shows Orange is the New Black, Big Bang Theory, and Good Girls, Lauren Lapkus. Lauren, thank you so much for joining us today. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Oh, of course. So I wanted to ask you this first. We'll get into your career in a little bit, but I want to ask you, you partnered up with Straight Talk Wireless to talk tax time tips. And now that it's in the thick of tax return season, how did you get involved when it comes to talking tax time?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think taxes are the best time of the year. It's basically just the most exciting time. I think you'd agree. We all love it.
Of course.
No, I don't hear you. Saving money has always been a really important thing to me. I think being on top of my finances and trying to make sure I understand everything that's happening with taxes, which is a really big thing to understand, but trying to, keep on top of that stuff is always important to me. So it made sense to team up with Straight Talk to talk about saving money.
Of course. And what are some of your top saving hacks when it comes to a tax return?
Yeah, well, I mean, one of the best things you can do is use Straight Talk because it's an unlimited, plan. You can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $45 a month on your cell phone. And I mean, there's no contract, and it gets you the same service that you get with other networks. So it's really just a great way to save all year long so that when you get that refund, you can spend it on something fun.
Of course. And where can people who are working on their taxes and getting those tax returns can find out more information about tax return tips?
Yeah, you can find more at straighttalk.com and walmart.com, and they have all the info about Straight Talk and get you all set up there. So it's very easy. And they're also doing a sweepstakes right now. You can win $500 on a Visa gift card. If you go to Straight Talk's Instagram and like and comment and participate, you can win that money.
Sounds great. Looking forward to all of that. And along with you talking tax time tips, you're in a new Netflix series called Bad Crimes. So what can you tell us about that series?
Yeah, we're working on it right now. It's a really fun show. It's an animated show, and it's a dark comedy crime procedural. So it's like basically if Law and Order was like funny and raunchy and crazy. And it's really funny. And it's starring me and Nicole Byer. She's a hilarious stand-up. She's the host of Nailed It on Netflix and just a great comedian. And we also do a podcast together called Newcomers. And it's going to be so much fun. It's created by Nicole Silverberg, who's a hilarious writer. And the executive producers are Greg Daniels, who did The Office, and Mike Judge, who did Silicon Valley and Beavis and Butthead. And they did King of the Hill together. So, it's going to be a good cartoon. They've got a lot of great stuff on their resumes. And I'm just so excited about it. It's so funny.
You mentioned Nicole Byer, and now you two are the host of the podcast Newcomers. Can you talk a little bit about your relationship with Nicole and why you have so much fun working with her?
Yeah, she's just the best. I mean, we started working together on this. We've known each other through the improv community for a while in LA and New York, but we started doing this podcast together because we realized we both hadn't ever seen Star Wars. And that's kind of rare to get to be like, in your 30s and not have seen this thing that everyone in the world has seen. So we decided to do a podcast where we watched all of Star Wars and talked about our reactions to each thing that we were seeing for the first time. And it's carried on. We've done more seasons of it. We did all of Lord of the Rings. We did Marvel. Well, we're doing Marvel now. We did Tyler Perry, and we did Fast and the Furious. So it's been like wild kind of watching all these things that are like so popular that everyone loves. And we've never seen them.
Well, how did you like all the Star Wars films? Because I kind of got started on those kind of later when I was in high school. So how did you like the Star Wars franchise?
We had an interesting time with it. There were things that we started to like, but I think it was kind of an up and down battle because so many of those things are so long. And if you're new to this, it's like, wait, how long is this going to be? Like, I have to like keep track of like 4,000 characters, and like these storylines are all connecting, but all the movies are out of order with the storyline. So we had to like really do some research to figure out like what time, place things were happening in. So that was hard, but I think overall, I'm really happy I've seen it all now because I can participate in conversations about Star Wars because it comes up a lot. And now I understand all the jokes people are making and all these references that I've been missing my whole life. Man, it's all making sense.
Of course, you're definitely right about that. And along with backgrounds, do you see you have a good relationship with Netflix? You appeared on Orange is the New Black. That ended a couple years ago, but if they were able to bring that back for a reunion or kind of a reboot, would you be open to doing that?
Absolutely. It was so cool. I got to go back at the end of season 7 and have a little moment of tying up my character's storyline just a little bit. And I would love to do that more. I mean, it was really a blast, and everyone involved was so fantastic. And just seeing everyone's careers take off has been so cool. It was like such a, the show when it first started was one of the Netflix's first shows ever. So it was like, there was no idea like if people were going to watch it or what that would be like. And people just loved it and watched all of it, binged it all weekend every time it would come out. So I would love to reconnect with everyone and do that again. It was so fun.
That would be fun. And along with Orange is the New Black, you appeared in the hit TV series Big Bang Theory. Now, you joined the series towards the end of its run. So how is it joining that cast as the show was ending?
It was really interesting. I mean, it was really cool to come into something where like it was so established, of course, and had been on for so long, and they all knew each other so well. And had been working together for so long that to come into that was really great because they were excited about guests coming in and, shaking up the energy, having different people there. And one thing I really just appreciated was that we shot with a live audience, and the audiences were so excited to be there because this was a show that they've been watching for so long. It's rare to be on something that has been on TV for, over 10 years. It doesn't really happen that often. So the audiences were so excited, and a lot of them shared personal stories about how the show had helped them through a hard time. And I thought that was really cool. So it felt really special to be a part of that. And to be there while it was ending was really, really exciting. It was a special time. I think for all of them, it was, a end of an era. And for me, I was like just kind of popping in and being a little fly on the wall, which was really cool.
And after Big Bang Theory, you appeared on the NBC series Good Girls. That show was recently canceled. You were on there at the end of its run. So what was your reaction when you learned the news that Good Girls was being canceled?
It's disappointing whenever that happens with a show. But one thing that's really great about Good Girls is that they put it all on Netflix. So it gets to live on. And I think so many shows that are canceled can kind of just disappear and you'll never see them again. And it's been so great. Now people are watching that show. I think it was number one most viewed in a lot of the world recently when they just put season 4 on Netflix. So that's been amazing just to have a bigger audience grow even after a show is canceled. It's a really lucky thing.
It really is. And the last question I have for you before I let you go is, along with your work on bad crimes and talking tax tips, what are the projects that you have going on that you can talk about?
Yeah, well, everything's kind of under wraps right now. I have a couple things that are in development and happening. I'm very excited, but I can't talk about it yet. So, I'm sorry to say it.
Definitely understand, but we're going to be looking forward to all your projects that are going to be coming out. Lauren, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. Congratulations on everything that's going on for you and continued success.
Thank you so much.
Oh, of course. And guys, thank you so much for joining us today. And for more on Lauren and all your favorite celebrities, be sure to keep it locked right here on popculture.com.